21, can you do something for me? Can you talk to the ops now for me? 21, do your thing. 21, do your thing. Girl, I just think I'm just so funny. Anyways, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Indigo here. I hope you're having a good night or a good day, whatever time it is when you watch this video. Okay. I don't know. Spirit gave me specific instructions when I came home to take a shower to watch this video, and I feel like my eyes look so red right now. I'm not even high. Like what? Also, what the fuck is on my face? Okay, sorry. Spirit wanted me to make this video about what I'm gonna talk about. So let's get into it. I remember the video I posted earlier. First of all, the video that I posted talking about like world leaders and stuff like that, like y'all gotta bear with me because I didn't anticipate talking about that, and Spirit told me to upload the video, and I feel like the video is like impubescent, but like Spirit still wanted me to upload it, so I uploaded it. And let me tell you something, I don't watch the news, I don't read about the news, I don't do any of that. So it's crazy as fuck to me when I'm channeling messages about world leaders and like earthly shit, because I'm like, who gave you permission? Like at this point I'm finna get a history tutor, because I'm like, what's the tea? Anyways, so number 9 kept popping up and it was like super significant, right? So I looked up what the spiritual significance of number 9 was. Okay, forgiveness, compassion, success, unity, ability to see things clearly. Okay, now let me go back to my notes, because you know how my brain works, girl. Hold on, give me a second. No, there's some other downloads, right? What's today? Today was the 3rd, ain't it? Or is it the... Yeah, today is the 3rd. I don't know why my shadow be playing. There's this lady that watched me, right? But she be pretending like she don't watch me. But on the 4th is when, you know, you get your little food stamps or whatever, your car reload, boom, boom, bam, this, that, and the third, right? And bitches be trying to act like that's something to be ashamed of, is that like you have government assistance, but like, bitch, if you need to eat, then you need to eat. Like, if you got kids to feed, you got kids to feed. Like, what the fuck? Like, bitches be acting like they never did it before. And I just thought it was so funny because she got the download that my shit uploaded on the 4th, and she like made a joke to it. And I was like, is she trying to make me feel bad? Because like, why would I feel bad that I get to eat for free? Like, make it make sense. But I just felt like I had to address that right now. Spirit really just said like, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Cause bitch, at some point I'm gonna have, baby, we not even gonna do that. I'm gonna stay humble. I'm gonna stay humble. I'm gonna stay humble. Being humble doesn't work as well as being aware. Okay, I'm funny today. I've been on 10 today with the jokes, and I don't know why. I'm feeling it though. Anyways, sorry guys. So number 9 in supreme mathematics is born, right? Number 9 in the tarot is the hermit, right? Somebody who seeks knowledge, somebody who has wisdom, somebody who's very grounded in all the things that they have learned, okay, the knowledge in which they have obtained, right? So when I looked this up, I'm trying to figure out where this page is that I wrote down the supreme mathematics for today. And it's like I can't find it. Oh, I think it's before this page. Yep. Okay. So the energy of today, or yesterday technically, was understanding, right? And that's the energy of 369, right? 9 is a part of 3. And the message today, I really learned forgiveness through knowledge, through wisdom. Okay? Like, if you watched my YouTube video about me talking about a part of my spiritual warfare, because that was just one situation out of my whole entire life that was my spirit. Like, my whole entire life has been spiritual warfare. Like, it hasn't been, I've never had a normal life. My earliest memory as a child is I was maybe like 3 years old or like 4 years old at that like talking age, and my mom, my foster mom, she had a friend over and she asked my foster mom if I knew that I was adopted. And my foster mom like gave a weird answer, and then she's like, I don't know, does she? And then she asked me, and I was like, yeah. And I told her that I knew I had brothers and a sister. That's my earliest memory from being a child. But anyways, so I really learned forgiveness and why forgiveness is important. So today I was really thinking about all the things that affected the person who put me through adversity, okay? And when I thought about all the things that this person had to experience to put me through adversity, it really made me understand why it was very important for me to forgive this person, and not even for myself, but for the energetic vibration of the planet, okay? This understanding through the knowledge I obtained about how things like cell phones affect the mind, or I want to say the pineal gland, but I don't know if I'm saying it right. So how it affects your third eye, how headphones affect your third eye, how head injuries, certain sports and things of that nature can affect your brain, okay? How a parent who has taught you to not hold yourself accountable, or to, make them the center of your world rather than everything else that matters, really made me have compassion for this person and build an acceptance for who they are. Because the truth of the matter is that some people are going to be on the light and some people are going to be on the dark. And I feel like me understanding that allows me to have forgiveness and compassion for a collective overall. I also understand that if we go to war for real, the people that are on the dark side of things, okay, if we actually extend that compassion and forgiveness towards them and still use our words and our wisdom and the divine to shed light on the truth of the world, we can really create unity in a way that has never existed before. Because I feel like we're all going to have to band up together to fight the injustices of the world, okay? Because I feel like America is one of those states or countries, sorry, that, like, we're fighters. Like, we got hands. Like, we got hands. And if we know what the cause is that we're fighting for, I feel like it makes for a greater fight. And I feel the purpose of the ones who are awakened and, you know, are living in their divinity are responsible for shedding the truth of, you know, maybe you're not going to change. Maybe you have chosen to be in the darkness, because I feel like as the devil does exist, we can't just be like, oh, you're supposed to be of God. You're supposed to be of God. You're supposed to be of God. Like, you're going to have to choose. Like, you're going to have to know who you are, and you're going to have to choose. And I feel like there are a plethora of things that make somebody who they are. And who are we to tell people that, oh, you're not a devil worshiper, you just haven't met God yet? There are people who have met God but still operate out of devil energy in a high vibrational way, okay? And like, that's a conundrum in itself that I'm not about to go into, right? Because I truly feel like the devil is really just the shadow of God, and these two energies were split up because of the understandings that God obtained that made him realize that there had to be a necessary evil, which I feel like is the devil, okay? Now, not everybody's going to agree with what I'm saying, and I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just telling you how I look at it, period. A lot of our people, okay, and this is why the black community, because we're not black, so I'm gonna put but to make everybody understand what I'm saying, the African American community went through slavery and were completely indoctrinated. And you even have to think about the arts, okay? There are a lot of major corporations that are siphoning the souls of people of color through the arts, which is taking their passion and compassion and sensitivity away, because of course they're making money from their craft, but money is not the reason why our ancestors started to express themselves in the way that they did. It was because of the trials and tribulations in which they went through and needing to have that release, right? And over time, you know, white people pretty much been like, oh, well, we can use them still as slaves and siphon their energy, you know? And like, that really, like, to think about it, it really fucks with my mind. And it also makes me have even more compassion towards my brothers and sisters. Shit, at this point, I'm understanding forgiveness and why it's important, because unity is truly, truly important amongst people who relate to you. And I feel like if money didn't exist, a lot of the horrible things that have taken place would not be as they are, amongst other things, but I'm not gonna go into that right now. Okay, another part of it was success, right? Success is a lot of the energy in which a lot of the collective is stepping into, okay? The people who really had to get it out the mud, so to speak, okay? You're obtaining success in a way that you've never had it before, and you really had to learn the fundamentals of what it means to be a divine being, so that you can contribute to this drastic shift of the world in the way that the divine calls for you to do, because you do work for the divine, okay? My hand is itching as I say this. Thank you, God, period. Now, a quote unquote negative aspect of this, right? Because I'm starting to stop looking at things as negative and positive, and just really using acceptance for all things that just exist as they naturally truly are, and whatever time frame they are in existence, okay? Arrogance, self-righteousness, okay? I don't know if I understand arrogance, so I'm gonna have to look that word up. But I feel like when I think about being self-righteous, I think about giving yourself too much credit, okay? Really just being like, I did this and I did that, and not paying homage to the things that contributed to you being able to fulfill your goals and your purposes, okay? Um yeah, 9 also represents friendship, spirituality, okay? 9 is also ruled by Mars. Mars is action, libido, assertion, aggression, impatient, forceful, rash, impulsive, adventurous, assertive, forthright, and direct. Okay, I don't know what Mars is doing right now astrologically, but I'm pretty sure we can find out. Hold on, let me look up arrogance. Okay, arrogance, overbearing pride, or haughtiness. If your friends are constantly complaining about your arrogance, you might want to lose the haughty attitude and try to be more humble. Arrogance comes from the Latin arrogans, which means overbearing. Okay, I'm pretty sure that my Mars is in Scorpio, I think. Because I watched a Scorpio reading yesterday and I'm pretty sure I said that. So shit, bitch, I hope so. Because otherwise I just sound. Hold on, let me make sure. Because Scorpio, and like, y'all know I love me some Drake, right? And like, I really do love me some Drake. Like, I love you, Drake. And I really do see how the things that he's experienced and the knowledge that he's obtained because of the rooms that he's been in and the people that he's been around has faltered his personality. And I feel like people will look at Drake as being arrogant, but I feel like Drake has a balance. But I do feel like lately something about him falling off kilter, okay? And I feel like it's a part of it is needing to accept, yeah, Scorpio and Mars. A part of it is needing to accept who it is that you've had to be based on the situations in which you've had to experience. But you also can't just look at the negative aspect of your existence. You have to also look at the positive, okay? And I feel like that's a collective message. And you have to allow that to reach its whole, which is why I kind of like looking at the idea of God and the devil, you know, God being the higher self and the devil being the shadow, because I feel like it gives reverence to that darker sided nature of ourselves that we try to suppress because people tell us it's bad or it's wrong. But if we didn't have that aspect of ourselves, we wouldn't be balanced in this world that we live in, which requires a little bit of both, okay? And that can be in whatever way that you feel called to exist in light or dark, okay? Because it doesn't always have to be extreme, and it doesn't always have to be, you know, so on and so forth, right? So Mars can be destructive or constructive. I feel like everything is deconstructing itself right now so that it can be constructive, okay? There is a need for extreme reversal, because when you have the things like the matrix set up in play, it can really take a toll on your spiritual existence, because you have to dedicate yourself to the grind, so to speak, to obtain what it is that you not only need to obtain for yourself but for your people, because a lot of us are working not just for ourselves but for a nation, okay? Mars in a woman's chart represents her image of masculinity or the type of man she is attracted to. And I feel like that speaks a lot to myself and definitely my south node to north node energy, okay? And I definitely want to go over the placements in our chart and what they look like when we're in south node and when we're in north node, so we can start to understand things more. Because when we talk about birth chart, like when you hear people say we're all the signs, okay, because everything correlates, like we're all of one cell, we're all of one divine existence, right? um Damn, I was finna get real philosophical and my brain was like, let me eat some more beans, because girl, I feel like I'm just getting smarter and smarter by the day, and like my brain is like, you this smart girl, what the fuck? Also funny here too. um okay, Mars is, I'm not gonna go into that right now, we'll go back to that because I'm starting to get sleepy. um Mars is the fourth planet from the sun, okay? It's 228 million kilometers from the sun. I added that number up and got 3, understanding, which is wild because earlier I pulled the Empress card and it's the number 3, which is understanding and the supreme mathematics. Even yesterday being the 3rd, the day of understanding, right? And I feel like this speaks to the feminine and her reprogramming her idea of masculinity, okay? Going from having a quote unquote toxic view of masculinity, maybe because of lack of father or lack of masculine men in her life. This could be women who grew up with gay fathers or grew up with men around them that were, you know, more in their femininity than in their masculinity. So you never really learned what a divine masculine was, okay? To understanding how that placement in your chart, that Mars placement in your chart, okay, affects your attraction to certain men. Because a lot of the times women will blame men, and most of the time you need to not blame anybody but look at why it is that you attracted the person that you attracted. And instead of like playing the blame game, maybe you should use it as a teaching moment to enlighten the person on like where it is that you were or are in your journey and why it is that you were met with this person, okay? Now, it's 142 million miles, 142 million miles from the sun. And I added that up and that number is 7 and it's God. Okay, when you think about God, people always will say like God is like a masculine energy, or that's what the nation has, you know, Christianity and stuff like that. Even depictions of certain deities and stuff like that, like God, right? But then I think about how somebody told me that the black woman is considered to be God, which I can definitely see that, just because like we create life, right? And God is the one that creates life and we are the one that brings it through the portal, period. And I felt like that was very significant to that, to the meaning of Mars in a woman's chart, representing that aspect of herself. So a lot of the pressure has been placed on masculines to be in you know, their kids' life, and a lot of them are not. And a lot of women have had to step up and kind of play both roles. And I feel like not knowing true divine masculinity has caused a rift in curating these relationships with your children, especially who are masculine energies, because you are responsible essentially. Like, it doesn't matter if the dad's there or not. Like, if you're still the parent of this child, you are still responsible for teaching this soon to be man how to come into their divinity. Okay. And I feel like a lot of women have raised men with the ideal of what, because they're like, oh, well, you know, I would want your father to be like this, or I would want my partner to be like this. And that's such an unhealthy manner to go off of, trying to understand masculinity and how to teach your child it, because the energy surrounding it will always transfer to the child. Okay, so always think about your intentions behind things, or how you address certain things, because it definitely affects the situation at its entirety. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to make that video because Spirit wanted me to make it. And yeah, I hope you guys took something from it. They busted me on my plastic and I'm feeling brand new, period. I just, yeah, there's a lot that I want to share with you guys, my perspective of life, and I have been suppressing it because my perspective is completely different from most people's. And I feel like I'm the person on the internet that's gonna be like, oh yeah, we gotta cancel her, we gotta cancel her, but my shit just gonna keep popping off. The more and more people want to cancel me, like, I'm gonna just get more popping, like, period. But I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I've accepted my fate, and I'm here to save humanity, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So yeah, a lot of the things I talk about may be taboo, but fuck it, bitch, be in this bitch. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. I'm getting sleepy and I'm getting more funnier by the second. So if you like this video, make sure you like it physically, okay? It definitely helps my channel out a lot. And I appreciate the support in any way, shape, or form, whether it be a like, whether it be a comment, or whether it be a share. If you feel called to do any of those things, you definitely will be blessed. And you already are blessed. So share the blessing, period. What they say, many hands make light work. So make sure you check out the description box down below, and I will see you guys later. Bye.